You know I met you in the dark, it was a Saturday night. Remember seeing you just dancing in the middle of the crowd.
We are live, and I'm getting free music, and it's terrible. But you are watching.
Good stuff, man. You should play that more, big homo.
No, worst music ever. But we are live. It's Transparency and Merit. What's the name of this show? I'm embarrassed to even say it.
It is that Michael. I got to get to the show again. It is
Michael Forest Reinoehl.
Reinoehl, rumored dead. We don't know if he's dead or alive, but
of course, my take will always be nobody was hurt. Nobody got hurt. Nobody got hurt. Nobody died. But we are watching a live stream, which is also, to me, pure theater. I don't know about you, but hey, it's entertainment for the masses during a strange time. So, hey, why not?
Absolutely.
Now, what's the story here? What happened to old Judge Reinoehl?
Well, so Lowe's, supposedly he was shot, and that's the news from Andy No has said that he has been shotsies. So
and here's our first comment of the night. Score one for the good guys.
Yeah, there are people that are happy about what happened, but Portland Antifa shooter Michael Reinoehl, I don't know how you say it, has been killed by law enforcement. Details to come.
But Brian, isn't that what I'm like kind of getting at here? That you hear a story like that, and you really shouldn't believe it at face value. You should really kind of vet the story and do what you can. No, I'm just making a point. Just making a quick point. So, and the reason behind that is there are going to be people, and I don't know objective viewer, but there are people that are going to be out there, saying hooray for the good guys, kind of thing. It's just a strange thing, but anyways.
Well, like I said, the evidence is still fresh, even for the shooting of the Trump supporter, and there was a lot of rumors going around about who he was. I actually put the one show on private because it was supposedly inaccurate. So, so this gentleman was, Seattle law enforcement agents shot and killed an Antifa supporter on Thursday as they moved to arrest him in the fatal shooting of right-wing activist who was part of the pro-Trump caravan in Portland, Oregon. I don't think, now see, that story right there, that part right there of the New York Times seems to be somewhat inaccurate, that he was a right-wing activist. I think he lived in Portland. He kept some of his political views a little bit to the private, but he was not. I don't know how much of a right-wing activist he was. I think he was may have been part of Patriot Prayer. I think he owned a business in Portland. So just a lot of speculation. And Mr. Reinoehl, which he appeared to admit to the shooting, saying he had no choice. Now, there is a Vice video out there saying that he had no choice, that this guy, the guy who he shot, was going to kill a black person. Mr. Reinoehl.
Vice is complete garbage, by the way.
Mr. Reinoehl, and I, if I'm mispronouncing his name, please, like in the comment section or anything. Mr. Reinoehl had been a persistent presence at the demonstration in Portland over recent weeks, helping the protest with the security and suggesting on social media that the struggles was becoming a war where there will be casualties. He said, "I am 100% Antifa all the way," he posted on Instagram in June, referring to a loose collection of activists that have mobilized to oppose groups they see as fascist or racist. "I am willing to fight for my brothers and sisters, even if some of them are too ignorant to realize what Antifa truly stands for. We do not want violence, but we will not run from it either." In the Vice interview, Mr. Reinoehl said he acted in self-defense, believing that he and a friend were about to be stabbed. "I could have sat and watched them kill a friend of mine of color, but I wasn't going to let that," he said. A fatal law enforcement encounter occurred on a residential street lined with townhomes and single-family houses in Lacey, not far from Washington State Capitol. The entrance to an apartment complex was blocked off by sheriff's tape and law enforcement vehicles. Neighbors stood up in groups outside in the glare of flashing vehicle lights. Trevor Brown, 24, who lives in a townhouse nearby, said he heard several shots fired before he looked out the window and saw as many as 4 police officers in the road who fired 3 or 4 times. He then said he saw Mr. Reinoehl lying on the ground. Jason Spencer, who also lives not far away, said he was just at home before 7 o'clock when he heard a lot.
Let me tell you something. You know, your script ideas are better than these scripts.
You know what? Well, look, all we know is what's being fed through us through the media right now. And sometimes the media puts out a story that is a false narrative and not true at all. Now, Joe, do you remember, and if we're going to go into other false narratives, do you remember the McMartin Preschool? And that
all scripted, by the way. If you go back and look at people taking apart the news clips from the McMartin story, which scared the hell out of kids my age at the time. I was a little kid, and it was the first time I'd ever heard of some of these thoughts, and the testimonies were very graphic, and so it was
What are you talking about?
Shut the hell up.
I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
We're talking. Oh, I thought that was Willie. I didn't know it was you.
Did Darren give his update on boots on the ground?
No, we're talking about the McMartin. We're talking about the McMartin trial. You don't remember the McMartin trial?
We just added into the McMartin trial.
Now, I was just kind of riffing on that for a second. But go on.
I brought that up now, but Darren, what you are close to the Portland area. What is there any consensus on this gentleman who has supposedly been shot and killed? Is there any consensus amongst your friends in that area?
Well, that he had guns, and he's a Black Lives Matter supporter, Antifa guy. I think he's more Black Lives Matter than Antifa.
Now, Mr. Reinoehl said in social media posts that he was once in the Army and hated it, although an Army official said no record of service could be found under his name. In the Bloomberg interview, Mr. Reinoehl described himself as a professional snowboarder and contractor. Joe, have you ever snowboarded before? I've never took up that.
I've only skied, but I love skiing, and I always wanted to but then my knees started to get a little wonky, so I kind of moved away from
It
skiing.
hurts your knees. It hurts your shoulders too.
Oh yeah, but I
I've
heard
snowboarded
that's
twice and got hurt.
I heard
No,
that
I
was the
couldn't do it.
advantage of snowboarding though, is less knee injuries. But
No,
maybe
not for
not.
me. You have to turn your knees sideways just to go forward into the chairlift. It's painful.
Yeah, but
Everyone's changing back to skis now.
Skiing's
Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that. But you know what?
Yeah.
When I quit skiing, they were just getting into kind of like the parabolics, and I'm sure they're a lot easier to maneuver and control now.
By the way, I want to get back. I want to get back to this. His daughter was
nonsense.
on scene during the July interview and said,
"Bunch of garbage."
Been present during the encounter that left his arm bloodied. The fact is that she is going to be contributing to running the new country that we're fighting for, Mr. Reinoehl said. And she's going to learn everything on the street, not by what people have said. So I believe he's taking his daughter out onto the street. Mr. Reinoehl's sister, who asked to remain anonymous because the family has received numerous threatening phone calls in recent days, said the police officers asked if screenshots from videos from the night of the shooting look like her brother. She said they did, but she said she has not seen him since 3 years ago, when she said family members broke off contact with him. Mr. Reinoehl, after escalating conflicts. So this guy may have been really just an unhinged lunatic, you know. A lot of times,
allegedly.
Yeah, though a lot of times family breaks off contact with people when they're unhinged. And this guy claims to be in the military, and there's no record of him being in the military.
No.
And a few authorities in East Oregon reported that Mr. Reinoehl was apparently racing his 17-year-old son as the two were driving in separate vehicles at over 100 miles per hour. Among other violations, authorities cited Mr. Reinoehl with driving under the influence, unlawful possession of a firearm, and driving uninsured. So this guy may have been a complete and unhinged person.
It sounded like it to me.
Right. What is the right you have in the Constitution that means the most to you?
Freedom of speech.
Okay. This is where you're a fucking idiot. You got these riots, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, these people are, shouldn't be doing what the fuck they're doing. But here's what's going to come out of it. They're not going to win. They knew they weren't going to win. What's going to come out of it is more authoritarian laws that people.
Now we broke up. He broke up. Now, if you want a better thing, you might want to just come into our board here. But
no, I'm sorry.
It affects my pocketbook. It affects me directly. It affects my safety.
You're damn right. That's why you will vote authoritarian, and you will give the police more authority. You'll give federal government more authority because you're buying into what they're doing. Is they're not trying to fucking win. They're winning by making you vote authoritarian and thinking that authoritarian is the better way. They're letting their enemies win their fucking battle. Their battle, at the end of the day, is complete goddamn control. And that's how you do it.
Are you saying that anti-fascists are creating more fascism?
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah, I see your point.
No doubt. I think that's a great point. and I do agree that they are absolutely creating what they appear to be fighting against. I'm on board for that.
How many freedoms did we lose after 9/11?
Oh, it's
shit.
this is going to dwarf that if it hasn't already.
That. And we're all going to back. Everyone on this call is going to back Trump, and it does. But I back him for economic reasons. MMM will back him for law and order reasons, which is the wrong. Biden is right on the law and order part.
I disagree with you on that.
No.
What do you want to do?
Here's law and order.
He just came out and changed his mind last week.
Law and order
say shit.
is forever. If you have money, there's a different set of laws. And back in the day, you didn't walk around with bodyguards. You do now if you got money. Back then, if you had that kind of money, you didn't have to go through the same law system. It's the same way it's always been. So you could have less police because honestly, you're going to anyway. And now we're going to have to pay those guys 10 times what we would have had to pay them 5 years ago because no one's going to want to be a cop.
Willie, I would jump right on board with that, except I think, honestly, I think there are people that have worked beyond even where you're at with what you're thinking as far as living under a different set of laws, which I agree with. It doesn't necessarily mean you have tons of money. It means you understand that the law that we live under is a totally different language than what we speak. And people don't get that. They don't understand the meanings of so many words that, that the court has to appoint us somebody to watch, steward over our moves. But we all have the power to do that if we understand the language.
Dude, it has nothing to do with what I'm
No, I'm telling you, you're going to get to where I'm going with that at one point in your life. You're going to say, damn, Joe's right.
But I'd like to.
We do have enough. We do have a call. Okay. Yeah. Hello. Yes. Yeah. You're on the call.
Where you say that the court treats you as a ward of the state?
Worse than that, but I would say to some extent.
Since in the eyes of the court, you're an incompetent. Right?
Exactly, you are incompetent. In fact, if you want to go deeper, you're an abortion. Okay, you're lost at sea. So yes.
Lost at sea, abortion.
Abortion, lost at sea.
That's correct. In the eyes of the law, go look it up.
Something to all of you. You all seem to be hung up on the wrong thing.
You don't understand the tertium quid. That's why you don't know what you're talking about. I'm not listening to you.
Right.
You don't understand the tertium quid. Go learn what the tertium quid is. It's right there in black and white. Otherwise, you have no foot to stand on. None. You have no foot to stand on.
I've been doing this for 30 years.
I don't care how long you've been doing it. You're misguided. You're off. You don't know what you're talking about.
Well, at least let him talk. We let you talk, JP.
I let him talk, but I'm saying don't come in here saying you're thinking you're right. You're not right. But go on.
Okay, we understand that you think he's not right.
I'm not right about this because you haven't heard me. You haven't heard me.
I already know where you're going. I already know. I've heard you plenty.
Oh, well, you're going my previous conversations now. I'm glad you're all encompassing. Do you really understand what the United States is?
I don't know who you're posing that question to, but it's a corporation.
Well, okay, it is a corporation. So which United States courts do you think you're walking into? A district court of the United States or a United States district court?
They don't. It doesn't matter.
You're wrong. That just shows how little you know.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
What's not true? What did I just say that wasn't true? You just say that's not true, and you didn't say what.
I didn't give you an answer. I didn't give you an answer, so you're already okay. But go on. Go on. I'm listening to you. Go on. Your point.
I'm asking you. Do you know the difference between a district court of the United States.
You just say
Yes.
something. Stop talking fucking riddles.
Don't be
Good
off the
God,
middle.
man.
I mean,
Tell us the difference.
of my.
You want
He knows nothing
to
about
fucking give us
constitutional anything.
monograms.
Get to
So
the
we gotta
point.
fucking
You don't have to make this
figure out
so
what
stupid.
you're talking
Just
about.
get to the point.
How can we get
Oh, listen.
Yes, we are talking about Michael Forest Reinoehl.
Yes,
There was
and
a
you
hit.
of revenge.
I didn't know. I don't know anything about the story, so you tell me. Is it about revenge or no?
Well, that's what you have on your YouTube video. I don't see where that even comes from.
I don't either.
They tried to arrest him. He pulled a gun on.
I thought Brian said that he had murdered somebody, and then so this was kind of like a payback situation.
Okay, it wasn't a he was under. He was the authorities were after him because he had shot a Trump supporter.
Killed him.
Does anyone?
They were
Yeah,
after him because he shot a Trump supporter. But when they tried to arrest him, he pulled a gun on them. So they shot him.
Yes.
It's a good reason to
That's
end up
the
dead
story.
when you pull a gun on law enforcement. Just like that knucklehead guy who got shot in the back 7 times. I would have shot him too.
See the new one with the guy who ran out of his car carrying the gun?
Say that again?
Did you see the new, I think it's Baltimore or something, but a guy got out of his car and he had a gun in his hand and the cop shot him once, just one shot on the run. It was a great shot. Yeah, they just posted the video about an hour ago.
I seen the one in LA where the guy had his hands up and they shot him 20 fucking times.
Yeah, that was bad. I haven't seen that.
And they handcuffed him after he was already shot 20 times and dead.
Jesus, when they did that.
Or network. Adrenaline takes over. You're not going to take one shot. You're going to empty your clip. You're going to empty your clip right into the cocksucker.
Like Trump said, sometimes some cops choke.
Cop didn't choke. I would have shot him too.
Well, he kept moving, probably. He's alive, so.
Did he show any?
Not a very good shot.
Did that show any level of cooperation with the police who had guns drawn on him? You got to pull. You have.
And Biden's over there covering his fan.
So you walk around and do what you want? That doesn't make much sense, does it?
It doesn't to me, Howard. I agree. Tired of this bullshit.
So when the guy goes into his car, he may have been going into his car to look at his kids. You know, still, they don't know that, so they get to shoot him.
Still alive, so he can tell his side of the story.
What's his side of the story? He had a warrant for his arrest. They went and they executed that warrant. What's his side of the story? They told him he was under arrest. He continued to walk away.
I don't know what his side of the story is, but what I'm saying is he's still alive. Biden talked to him today. He called him to. I'm getting the repeat.
Biden called to consult
There's a link there. Oh, you know what? Maybe this is it. How about now? Oh, they're not in the show.
So again, I asked the question: when you're dealing with the federal government, are you dealing with district courts of the United States or United States district courts? Do you even know the difference?
Okay, we're not even anywhere near that conversation right now, though. Let's stay on track.
Yes. What would you like to talk about this Reinoehl character? He pulled a gun on cops. He got shot. That's it. Done. Next.
So you believe the
Bring
narrative?
back the guillotine.
You believe the narrative? You're going to bear false witness like that?
I'm bearing false witness and going by the news that I.
What if
Are
this
you-
was
wait a minute,
another?
are you there?
What if this was another
Were you there?
media? Listen, I'm
Were
not the one
you
lying
there?
to you. I'm not the one lying to you. I'm pointing something
Oh,
out.
okay.
Go to
How do
somebody.
you know they're lying? How do you know they're lying?
I didn't say they were lying. I said how many times
You just said that.
how
You
many
just said
times
false
have they
narrative.
lied?
How do you know it's false?
I didn't say that, but are you willing to take that risk? You're gonna take that story.
At the moment, I'm willing to take that risk because neither you nor I were there. You didn't see it. You weren't there. So what do you know?
Exactly. So I'm not going to bear false witness.
Okay, so you're going to bear false witness by reading a news account. You weren't there. Nobody in this call was there. But you come across and say, they're not telling you the truth. How do you know that?
Why should I? Why would I believe a media that's consistently lied to me?
Don't give me another question. Why don't you believe it?
Why would I accept a news story when I've been lied to repeatedly by the news? So even if what if there's a chance? What if there is a chance?
Nothing you see in the news is true.
So what if? What I'm saying is
Nothing in the news is true.
Did you experience it yourself?
I just asked you the same question. Don't give me back my own line, pinning you down. Don't even try to squirm out of that one. I asked you. You weren't there. I wasn't there. The only thing that we can rely on is the fact that somebody reports it.
So you rely. What is rely?
News media.
Rely implies that you have a belief in the media. You rely. You believe.
I have a belief in some media.
Okay, so you accept a belief as fact, and you're willing to go on record as in potential false witness.
Am I under oath? So don't tell me that I'm under record because I'm not under oath. Choose your words carefully.
This is a recording for posterity, and it's a record.
Nobody gives a shit about your recording. Choose your words carefully.
I did. I said recording. This is on a record.
Well, you're wrong.
How is that wrong? I'd like to hear how that's wrong. This is a record.
Are you under oath? Are you under oath?
Are you being recorded? What is the definition of record? Go look it up.
What does it matter? Well,
it's a record.
Recorded on every conversation that you have on the phone.
I'm not saying I'm gonna, it's not something that I would hold up in court. I'm saying it's a record. That's all.
Oh, we're backtracking now. I hear backpedaling. Quick.
Well, we're not going to court anytime soon over this. So what's the point? It's a moot point. I'm just saying.
So then what point are you trying to make
from
the information
that
I have read so far?
It just proves you have zero sense of humor. But go on. Yes.
It proves nothing.
It does.
I have no reason to doubt it.
It absolutely proves that your head is very far up your booty. But go on.
Mm-hmm. Why don't you tell me why that would be?
I'm just saying that you do take that's an awful big risk if you asked me. That's
what's the choice then? Well, then live your entire life and not believe anything.
What's the choice? What if you never watch the news? How would that be a bad thing?
I have no idea. If you wish to remain with no knowledge, that's up to you.
Actually, I think it's the opposite, but that's another philosophical debate in itself.
So by not having any knowledge and not using anything as a source, that's better than
no, I didn't say that. No, there's plenty of sources for information everywhere you go.
Are there? What are your sources of information?
I'd have
what are your impeccable sources of information?
Well,
tell me.
Nature. I can only learn.
Nature?
I can only learn from nature. Yes.
You get news articles from nature?
I just told you I don't accept the news. Why would I? It's never been there for anything except to
Oh, if you don't accept
program.
The news, then why are you even talking about this? Why are you even on the call talking about this?
We are because different people have different points of view. So I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just shocked that you're willing to bear false witness. I'm shocked that you believe a media that is broken, that should be defunded. Where's Brian? What happened to Brian?
I'm here on Twitter and I'm going off on some of these people.
No. You're doing a fucking show. Come on.
Sorry.
Let's finish this. Let's do this.
All right. No. I was putting out my that great meme of what I call. Oh, we got Willie here. Oh, his device is not connected, so we could have Willie. But I have to kind of agree with Howard on this one. I do believe.
Of course you do, but you accept the media, and you can never back up anything. You always say it's I've seen what I've seen, and so really.
Wait. What do you back up, and with what?
Who are you talking to?
He's talking to you, Joey.
You. What do you back up? What do you back up anything with? Tell me.
I guess me, the living man.
Yeah. Why should I believe you?
Well, I'm a living man. You're a living man. I support. I'm 100% behind. Do you know the difference between a living man and a person?
Yeah, I do. You
Okay.
want to play that game with me?
It's not a game. I don't know if it's a game.
Years of knowledge?
Listen,
You don't have that much.
Listen, I wouldn't. Okay, here's in a sense.
corporation.
In a sense, you're right.
A person is a corporation.
That's
to
correct.
answer your question.
Okay. So I'm not saying it's not like I didn't think you knew. I knew you would know. I'm just saying that's what I support. I support people being living men and women. Yes, Willie is here now.
Is nobody here that, or did you define us differently?
No, it's here.
JP.
You got to answer my question. I asked you a question. I said, by what do you base
Listen to
your
this
knowledge
guy.
on?
Listen to this guy who's never answered a question in his life. Give me a break.
Hey,
You
JP,
think I feel bad about it? Get out of here.
you should remind him that a coconut is literally a mammal because its ability to grow hair and milk. And then Stupid Jew has done nothing but wreck your show tonight.
I think what. I think he brings an entertaining value today. Sometimes he's contentious, but it is always an interesting point of hearing, even if I disagree or don't agree. I don't know.
No, it's just an idiot that tries to sound smart by dealing with fucking retards like you.
Coming from you, Willie, that's a compliment. Thank you.
Midnight Movie. Here's the thing you gotta be scared about, man.
Yes, sir. You want me to make you, hey Willie? You want me to show the world how ignorant you are? Tell me what right you get from the Second Amendment. Tell me what your Second Amendment right is, and where does it come from? You need music in the background.
It comes from General Kellogg, and it gives me the right to eat Rice Krispie treat.
That's good.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So you had nothing to add. Then why don't you show us how intelligent you are? Tell me how you get a right from the Second Amendment. What's your Second Amendment right?
Here's what I'll tell you that'll make me sound important and
why don't you answer my question? Answer my question.
Because
tell me where your rights come from. Second Amendment right to derive.
I don't remember agreeing to even speak to you. So whatever, man. I was literally talking to MMM. You jumped over here like a goddamn third wheel, trying to latch onto the tit here. I guess just because you got a left point goddamn nipple, don't give you the right to suck on it, man. You wasn't in a goddamn sealoid and fucking.
Anybody know what he said?
Stop making circle.
He's dropping gems on you if you're listening.
So That's why I didn't acknowledge you. You know, you're like a fan that wants my autograph. I just say, I'd like to pee on your head. You don't agree with that? I ain't got nothing to do with you. So, whatever. MMM.
Coconut.
By the way, we are having more and more people be discussed. They say the trash is so. Yeah,
The trash has been taken out night. What does that mean?
I have no idea. Now, Darren, me and you, I think, have the same perspective here. We believe this person has been shot by the police. There's good evidence for that he has been shot by the police. We have reliable, I believe, reliable sources.
Yeah, I think so.
And you know what? I mean, this guy seems to have been a lot of evidence. Yeah.
Now you don't have to waste any money on a trial for this scumbag. He's dead. Move on. Kill the rest of them.
You let me know when you want to hear the real shit that's going on. It's not goddamn tonight. I've been trying for 3 hours to tell you, MM. Every time, fucking sidetrack.
Why is anybody listening to this guy?
What's really going on, Willie?
It's making a lot of
Are
sense.
the police randomly killing black
Makes a
people?
lot of sense. That explains a lot about you.
Willie, are the police randomly killing black people? Is that a truth? Is that a point of hysteria? Willie?
I'm sorry.
There you go.
Did you ask?
Just wafted out in the fog of Willie's mind.
Darren's here, I think.
I'm here.
BLM correct?
Yeah.
Willie,
Cool.
I'm asking a question. Is BLM correct? Are black people being randomly killed by the police, or is that a point of hysteria?
Willie's muted.
Still here?
He's
Unmute,
muted.
Willie.
Unmute.
Unmute. Speak, Willie.
I think the police can always do a better job.
He probably ran out of beer.
It's a hard job. I would not want to be a cop now.
Yeah, I mean,
Especially now that they're all pulling guns and they don't give police any respect whatsoever because, you know.
No, there's no authority right now.
I think it's the social media. It's just everything
also,
getting out there.
I also think it's the signs of the times, and when you have a cycle where there is no authority, there is no level of jurisdiction or authority, then I think that means that you're basically at the end of the road.
All right.
That's just what I think.
Federal government's more than willing to step in and provide the authority.
Oh, really? Is that why this has gone on that long?
Well, they have to be invited in. They can't just go into the city.
They have to be invited. They have to be invited in. If you understood anything about constitutionality, you'd understand that the federal government doesn't run the states. It's the other way around. They have to be invited. Of course, you do.
Biden still blames Trump for both the violence and for the coronavirus.
Now, can Trump? What about Trump? Let me ask you this: what about Trump citing the Insurrection Act?
He won't till after the election.
Sorry, I think that he should, because I think these people are local terrorists. I think they are enemy combatants. They should be shot on sight.
A lot of anger.
I think they should be shot if they're looting.
That has nothing to do with anger. They should be shot on sight. That's what you do with them.
Sound angry.
If you have a pack of rabid dogs, you put them down. You don't wait for them to bite people. You put them down. After they've already bitten people, you put them down and you get rid of them so they don't bite other people. That's pretty simple.
At least after 90 days you do.
Yeah.
I would say after 3 days you do.
It doesn't matter if 99% of them are peaceful. One person given no cops can go down the streets of Portland and break every window given 90 days. One person could light every fucking forest on fire in the Northwest given 1 week's time.
So maybe they should stage it so there's just like mass casualty, and they just have like a bunch of.
Well, that's what they did. That's what they did with the statues. He said 10 years. You take a statue down, you get 10 years. The next day, nobody did anything to statues since then.
I think they should just be shot.
10 years.
Forget about the 10 years.
Shoot him in the leg. The only thing Biden said that I agreed with, shoot him in the legs. I couldn't believe he said it.
You don't aim for legs when you shoot somebody. Do you know where you aim?
The heart. You try to kill him so they can't say anything.
You aim for the center of the chest is where you aim at.
I guess. If they're unarmed, shoot them in the leg.
Nobody's trained to shoot at legs. What the fuck did
They're
that?
not. They're not.
Okay, so where'd you get that from?
Oh, Biden said it about a month ago. It was pretty funny. I couldn't believe he said it.
Biden's an idiot. Biden's got little hairs on his legs that he talks about.
He is weird. It's very creepy. Creepy Joe.
Creepy Gary.
You should be more angry at the people that have put him up there. You should be angry at his wife. You know, you're in the mental health care business, I think. Just imagine the cruelty of his wife putting him up there as this trained animal, really, because he's not.
They got desperate. They wanted Kamala to be president, so they needed him to just get in there. They figured it was a slam dunk.
Kamala
could step down with this mini choke.
How much have you heard in the last week from Kamala?
Nothing.
Oh,
I haven't heard a word.
No.
Why is that? Why is that?
It's because she went out and she was blabbing her mouth about the riots are going to keep going for. She was on Colbert, and it was like that was the last time you saw her in a public area because that was a horrible interview.
Because nobody likes her.
Well,
she doesn't poll very well. They're hiding her. Otherwise, you'd hear from her lots, but you're not. She's gone.
Colbert was the only thing she did, and now she disappeared.
I would say it's the proliferation of all the transvestigations being done on Kamala.
What the fuck is that?
She's got a lot of skeletons. Is that what you're saying? In the closet?
Absolutely.
She doesn't poll well with the people. The people don't like her. If
well,
they
we
like
don't believe her. She lies. They always say Trump lies, but I always feel like it's the opposite.
Isn't that what I just said? People don't like her. Not probably. If they liked her, you'd see more of her.
But,
tell me why she's hiding.
But she was making.
Why they got her hit?
She was making a lot of money in donations well before Joe came around.
Well, I'll tell you this. She's not likable, and I don't think she can control her emotions. I think she, and she doesn't have, at this point, she doesn't seem to have a lot of common sense.
Tulsi tore her apart.
Yeah, she did.
He should have picked Tulsi. He would have won for sure.
He would have done better. I don't know if he would have won for sure, but he certainly would have had a better chance with Tulsi or Yang or someone else. But yeah, for whatever reason, he chose one of the most unlikable people in politics right now, and she's really
owned by the corporations. That's what I think.
Why did they choose her? Because she's supposedly a black woman. She's not even black.
Well, she's part Indian and she's part Jamaican.
Is Jamaican black?
I heard that her father emigrated to Jamaica. He's not Jamaican.
Really?
What is he?
He's an Indian.
Indian.
Right. Isn't she half black, half Indian?
Black in her. That's like saying that if I was living in Nigeria, that I'm a Nigerian, that I'm black because I lived there. That's bullshit.
Her last name is Harris.
You know what I don't understand is I have a lot of friends that work at how the hell
You're breaking.
Wait a second.
a percentage of how black you are, whether your ancestors actually lived here.
Well,
It'd be impossible.
you might want to repeat that.
You're gonna do a genetic test on everybody? That would cost trillions of dollars. That's so stupid.
Does anybody make any sense on this call besides me?
I think everybody's made some points.
Now, I'm looking at her heritage. Is a Harris black or South Asian? I don't want to make any. Let me see here. Kamala Harris identity debate shows how Americans still struggle to talk about multi-racial people. Let's see.
Were either of her parents 3M citizens when she was born?
I'm not sure.
I think she's pretty.
And the answer is no.
So if they were not citizens, but she was born on an American soil, would that not make her a citizen?
But she's not. But she's not an American. Do we have birthright citizenship?
Yes, I thought we do.
We do. When two parents are not Americans, we have birthright citizenship.
I thought we do.
Isn't that what an anchor baby is?
Yeah. I thought for sure that we do have birthright citizenship. So she may have been an anchor baby.
She was something, all right. I kind of wonder, how did she get citizenship?
She was born in America.
We don't give citizenship. So two Chinese people come to America and they have a kid? That kid's American?
I thought that.
I think so. It's such a fucked up thing.
Yeah, it is.
They're born here, they're American.
Why are all these DACA people trying to get citizenship? Why aren't they citizens?
Because
Weren't they born?
No.
Out here?
No. No, if you're born here, you're an American citizen. It's birthright citizenship. I'm surprised you don't know that.
And how is that birthright citizenship conferred?
It's authorized automatically
At the hospital, yeah.
by law. It's an operation of law. I don't know like who does it or who, but that's.
Well, I do. You mean under the 14th Amendment?
Yeah.
So are those people full citizens?
Yeah.
You're sure about that?
I'm not sure about. I don't know.
Birthright citizenship Wikipedia.
Wikipedia is not where you look.
Well, it does say there's a contrast between birthright citizenship and citizenship.
You might as well go claim Snopes.
Okay, but it does say what I think you're getting at. There is a difference, obviously. It wouldn't be called birthright citizenship.
So 14th Amendment, well, let me ask you, are you a 14th Amendment citizen?
Yeah. Well, actually, I was born overseas, so I don't know.
Where were you born? Born?
On Wiesbaden Air Force Base.
Okay, so you were born on American soil.
Yeah, so I guess I'm a birthright citizen.
That's right, you are. Yeah, if you had been born here in Bangkok at the embassy, you'd also have been born on American soil.
Yeah.
So again, are you a 14th Amendment subject citizen, or are you a citizen of the state?
I don't know.
Well,
Because
you are a citizen of the state you live in. You should know that.
oh no, you're a resident of the state of which you live. Where are you domiciled? Do you know? You know, I'll teach you all the things you want to know because I know more than you. Where are you domiciled? Tell me.
Okay, you may know it, but the system is broken. What you're not getting is this is all silly stuff. I'm a living man. I'm none of those things.
Are you?
But under the law,
But you're not considered that by the. Well, hold on
I
a
know
second.
I'm not considered that by the law, but because I've.
Do you have a passport?
Okay, but let's go back further though. Do you have a birth certificate?
I have the original written certificate by the hospital, written on paper with ink pen. Actually, it was fountain pen.
Nice touch. They did things better back then.
Yeah.
Handwriting's completely lost. Sorry to say. You won't be seeing those
Yes,
anytime
that's
soon.
right. It was written cursively.
Yep.
But tell me again, are you a 14th Amendment subject citizen?
All persons born or
Consider yourself-
naturalized in the United States are subject to the jurisdiction thereof, are citizens of the United States and the state where they reside.
Hold on a second. Do you reside in California or are you domiciled in California?
I live as I'm a living
No, that's
man.
not what I asked you. I asked you, where are you domiciled? Because if you go and you look it up in a legal dictionary, a man may only have one domicile, but he may have many residences. So where are you domiciled?
Again, I understand where you're going with that, but it's from okay. Well, I'll play along with this then. I'm
You are
domiciled.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you where you're domiciled.
Mm-hmm.
You are domiciled in Washington, D.C.
Or the Vatican, some may claim.
No, you're domiciled in Washington, D.C.
I don't know.
If you
about
consider yourself, look, when I come into the country from abroad and they write down, are you a United States citizen? I cross that off and I say, no, I'm a Pennsylvania citizen.
Yes.
I never enter the country saying that I'm a United States citizen.
Yeah.
Why do I do that?
Well, I think you have to get state citizen. You have to actually have to go through a process, right, to become a legal citizen of the state of your
So why
state.
why would you have to do that when you started out as a state citizen? You didn't start out as a United States citizen. You didn't start out as a 14th Amendment subject citizen. Were you naturalized? Were you born in the United States or were you born in Canada, in California?
California.
Is California the United States?
Yes. Oh, it's in the United States.
Prove to me that California, that where you are right now, is the United States.
No, I can't.
Can you do that?
No.
But you were born in California, not in the United States. So where is the United States?
Go on.
Washington, D.C. That's the United States.
You sure it's not New York?
Yeah, I'm sure. Were you born in Washington, D.C.?
No, I was not.
Okay, so you were born in California. So you're not a 14th Amendment subject citizen. But do you admit to being a 14th Amendment subject citizen on paperwork? Do you ever fill out paperwork and say you're a United States citizen?
No.
Yes, you do.
I'm asked that. Yeah, I am asked that.
I'm sure to get your job, I'm sure the job that you've got where you work, and we both know where you work, you answered a question, are you a United States citizen? What'd you put down?
What did I put down? Probably United States citizen.
That's right. Why don't you finish reading that 14th Amendment and see what kind of citizen you really are?
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. But this is a crumbling system. Okay, there was no meeting of the minds on this. There was no, and I always go back to the birth certificate. I mean, these are all concepts that are breaking down right now. These are all ideas that are being shifted about and changed. They're going to be changed because they're ridiculous.
Your birth certificate was written by the hospital. It was signed by the doctor. Where is that piece of paper?
Hall of Records.
You sure about that? So what did you get as a birth certificate? Does it look yellow with blue ink?
I don't know.
Is that your birth certificate or is that a stock certificate? Does your birth certificate exist somewhere else? What is it that you have? So when you have your birth certificate and you go to show it to somebody, what is it that you have?
You have a copy.
No, you have something else. You don't have your birth certificate. Again, your birth certificate was written by the hospital, signed by the doctor who delivered you.
Are you guys discussing the riots?
Is there anything
good
going on?
Really?
I don't know. That's what I was asking you.
Okay, Brian.
I feel like we're talking to Jordan Maxwell here.
It's Jordan Packwell. Packs brownies well.
You definitely heard Jordan before, haven't you, Howard?
Brian, are you still here or are you done?
I'm still here. I am I was engrossed with this conversation. I'm getting a little bit tired, but I am still here.
You are always tired. You know, anytime you're ever asked anything, is it warm where you are? You know, I'm getting a little bit tired. I might need to sleep.
Yeah.
Nick loves Howard. He always has.
I'm gonna piss on your grave. I'm gonna live long enough to piss on your grave, buddy.
Yeah, you might. And you might not. Look where I am. Look, you think that you own your car. I told you a long time ago, the ownership of a car is called the manufacturer.
The Jew, because he clearly sounds suicidal.
You have a title.
Howard is supposed to be the guy that on your fucking
You don't
shit.
even have a title.
Howard taught me this. I don't have the title. The state has it. But I still get to drive it and hug it and stuff.
What the fuck?
So, Darren, you own your home?
No, I don't think I do.
No.
We've talked about this before.
Yes, can we not go down that road
All the
again?
paperwork somewhere else. I don't really
You have a
own anything.
You have a certificate of deed.
Yes. I know. Yeah,
What do
you
you
taught
have?
me all this.
What do you have? You have a deed or certificate of deed?
Certificate. Where is the real deed? It's the same place where the real...
Deed somewhere else.
Yeah. Just like the car. The real car title's somewhere at the DMV or something.
No, it's held by the state because they own the paper that really owns the car. They just give you another paper. You think that you own it, and you don't.
Well, do you know the difference between your beginning and your birth?
Dude, what the fuck?
Why don't you tell me what that one is? Because I'm not sure where you're going with that.
It's the beginning, fertilization or conception.
What if you were made in a test tube?
Oh,
Same process.
The mayor controls the police. He could hire them at a much exorbitant rate because who's going to be a goddamn cop there and basically stand on police station?
Sorry about that. I'm going to explain that to you one day. I don't know if today's the day, but you know, I think it's where these ideas collide. I really do.
Is that right?
Yep. And I feel it's at the heart of the issue, and you can even find traces and clues of this in Trump's speeches, believe it or not.
Let me ask you. You live in the county of Los Angeles. Is that right?
Oh, Jesus, here we go again. Just go on. Just get on with it.
So what happened to Los Angeles County? Why did they stop calling it Los Angeles County? And when did they change over to County of Los Angeles?
I don't know. Actually, I don't know.
This fucking thing I've ever heard.
But it was probably 2001. I don't know.
No, not in 2001. Probably in the 1930s when they incorporated. Do you know what the difference between the Los Angeles County is and what the County of Los Angeles? Because they're not the same place. One's a subdivision.
Look like Aunt Jemima.
That's how you make the nexus. That's how you make the nexus of being a United States citizen, because you live in the County of Los Angeles. You no longer live in Los Angeles County.
Right. Okay. Wonderful.
Yeah, no,
You're a
right.
United States citizen with no rights.
But,
yeah, I know.
What are they going to do with this? Are they going to take all our rights at some point? Are they going to take our houses? Are they going to take our cars?
Too many fucking lawyers. Holy shit.
I don't know either, Nick. Are they going to take your wheelchair? If they take your wheelchair, I'm going to drive you. I'm going to drive down there and buy you a new one, Nick. I promise. You're welcome.
Nick's not out protesting, is he?
I assure you, if you understand the difference between your beginning and your birth, then you'll understand where I'm going. That is probably the most misunderstood and most important aspect of all of this, especially citizenship.
Kamala Harris sold aborted fetus part.
Jesus Christ.
You can get good money for that shit.
I mean, that's horrible to think about.
That means.
Yes.
JP has nightmares of dodging a clothes hanger.
Well, no, and I mean, I'm just talking about in the court of the law when Dad deposits his material to Mom. There is a
wrong hole, lady.
There it is. There it is. The point
in the court of the law. Again, I asked you a question.
The point. Hold on. The point. The point of fertilization when the zygote is met is
wrong hole, lady.
The true origin of man.
That's when the magic happens.
What they've done by cutting the umbilicus and the remaining afterbirth, they've created a separation of man.
Placenta is eaten by many people.
That afterbirth actually is what gets birth certificated.
Oh,
I'm not kidding. That is the tertium
What are
quid.
you smoking, young man?
I've got a great video of my son's placenta.
He said birth certificated?
I'm telling you the fucking law. I'm telling you the law. And it sounds ridiculous, but this is the law. And the act of cutting away that material creates a third party. Believe it or not.
JP, don't mean to interrupt you, but
I can support this.
Have you ever seen anyone arrested or fined for breaking that particular law?
It was old tradition that parents would not give up the afterbirth. It's in some countries that still they call that what do they call that? It's heirloom.
Sacred.
Japanese people pee in people's mouths on game shows. Whatever, man. They're not breaking any laws.
I had a lady talking the other day. She ate a placenta.
No,
it's disgusting. Oh my god!
Talking about the origin of the corporation, basically. That's
no, you are throwing shit on the wall to see what sticks, and it makes you sound like a fucking.
You're trying to sound smart.
You're gonna sound.
This Howard's
we're
here.
gonna look into this one day. I can show you I can show you ideas that
You sound like you work at Home Depot and just learned
I
English.
can't defend this stuff in court. Like I said, it's kind of it's an interesting course of understanding, and I don't.
Bullshittery is what that is. It is
I'm
not bullshittery.
But there are people writing
You
for these
put
ideas.
fancy words in like law and blah blah blah.
Nick's the only one making sense here.
Hey, Nick understood it, so fuck everybody. Put $1 in the jar there, the swear jar. Nick, what do you say, man?
Yeah. Do you like Howard?
Yeah.
He's the worst.
Yeah. No, he kind of likes him. RD likes Howard a lot.
Who does? Oh, yeah. RD is fascinated by me. I know.
Yes, RD lives for these moments, actually. He really does. He's on vacation right now, though, so I hope he's enjoying his vacation.
Where do people
Sumo in like 10 days.
Where do people where he lives go on vacation?
The beach. It's packed over there.
I think they go to kind of resorty kind of areas, or relatives, maybe.
He's got more people per square mile than any country or something like that. In Europe, anyways.
All right, Brian, are you tweeting? Let's call it a night. I'm tired.
And I'm getting tired right now. Hey guys,
stop! Get off your Twitter.
Shut up!
Why don't you ask if your shoelaces are tied? I'm getting tired right now.
Howard, I'm gonna piss on your grave. You're gonna die of a heart attack and a stroke.
I bet Howard would kick your ass at tennis.
Fuck, Howard would no. I would.
Mr. Midnight Movie. I'm getting a little Betty Boo time. It's getting to be Betty Boo time. Are you on fire? It's getting to be Betty Boo time. I'm ready for Betty Boo.
I would John McEnroe this guy right to the head. Howard doesn't play tennis anyway.
I know, but he just seems like the kind of guy that would, and he'd argue every point and get his way.
Oh my God, he would just be such an awful sport.
Ball could fly 5 feet out.
It'd be fun to watch.
And he'll be like, "That ball was in."
Now, have you, JP, Joey? Have you beaten Howard at chess?
I have. It's a sore subject for him.
How many times? Why is it a sore subject?
It was early on, but we only played 4 or 5 times.
You played me a game of chess.
I think we only played 3 or 4 matches, actually.
Okay. And out of those 3 or 4, how many did you win?
Well, I definitely won one, and in the last one I would have won, but somebody didn't make a move.
Would that have been you?
It might have been.
Yeah. Why don't you ask Mr. Midnight Movie to see if he's on fire so we can find out how tired he is?
I am tired right now, butthole, and I'm ready for Betty Boo. Let me just say this. Let me finish with this. Guys, wait, Don's here. Don, can we see your face? Can we see what you wait. Dude, get Nick Champ out of here. How do we I want to see what Don looks like.
I was on cam last night, y'all.
I'll get out.
God damn it, you piece of shit, Joe! Get this off here, please.
Get what off here?
Get what off?
The champ is here. Wait, let me look here.
Oh.
How do I?
You can turn on your cam. See, look, there's me.
There you go.
No.
Put on your cam. I want to see you.
Well, you should have been there last night.
Black Lives Matter.
Yes.
Cleavage matters.
Well, they shot your hero, the guy that shot that Trump supporter.
Good.
Show us Cam.
Show us Cam. Come on, Granny. Do it.
No.
Are you a grandma?
I'm so hot.
He is a grandma.
Dion.
Wait, what are you wearing right
Did she
now?
say she's so hot?
What are you wearing right now?
T-shirt and panties.
Size 500 moo.
Come on.
No, that
He's got
was
yoga pants on.
What are you, 55?
Yoga pants.
You
She's
63?
younger than that.
Come on, Grandma. Let me see what you look like.
Pictures from last night. The picture I took.
Dawn was on cam last night. She looked great. Come on, Dawn.
Thank you, JP.
I want to,
Don't
you know
forget
what?
my
I want to
back.
see Reds and I want to see Dawn. You're both grannies. All I know.
Yeah, okay.
Grandma.
Grandma.
JP,
Listen,
Are you a
Grandma.
grandma?
post my. I
She
did
is
my
a grandma.
first
She's got 5 grand.
my TikTok
That's
today.
just
I was proud
disgusting.
of myself.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Dawn's
Don't you
No,
have
it's
5
not.
grandchildren?
It's so not. It's so.
Dawn's been sending me her TikToks.
It's no, because my
With
very
her
first. I
grandkid.
wasn't even moving, but I have one already planned
Thank
for
your
tomorrow.
kid, her grandson, right on the air. How dare you? That's
But I
child.
just took some pictures and then just morphed them together.
Dawn took a paddle to one of her little youngins that was misbehaving.
How are
Dawn,
you?
No, she
Haven't
did
shown it.
not.
Is
That's
that
hotter.
You did
Yeah.
not.
My hairdresser taught me how to do it. She is badass, y'all. Well, you don't
How-
understand. Like
How to spank?
she's been
How to
asked
spank.
a model of the
with a
week.
hairbrush that you did your grandson?
Slap him a little bit.
Oh my
Burn
God.
a cigarette out on his forehead.
Willie, were you spanked as a
Does
child?
it
my
play in the
God.
chat room? I can't see the chat room, or I'm just really high.
Willie, were you spanked? Willie, were you spanked as a child?
Hold on. Dawn, do you have a
Yes.
question for Brian, for Mr. Midnight Movie? Brian?
God.
Yeah, whatever the question is, the answer is he's too tired.
Fuck off, Howard. Let Granny answer. Grand
Come on,
Donnie.
Dawn. Ask a
Oh,
question.
Dawn, you bitch. She left.
Oh no, we need to bring another pretty girl
I
on,
made her
or
nervous.
Mr. Midnight Movie will go to bed.
Any woman right now, Granny or
Debbie, call. Debbie.
Debbykins.
Beautiful Goldie.
Goldie, come back.
Granny,
Goldie.
come back. Granny Goldie, come back. Grandma,
Goldie,
come on. Wait,
Goldie
she's
was
coming
on chance at success, but no, not tonight.
My device is not connected.
There
we go.
Willie was spanked. Was there anybody that was?
Wait.
Were you spanked when you were a kid?
Granny's
God.
back. Granny Donnie, do you have a question for me?
No.
Why not?
Who wasn't spanked when they were a kid? Nick, were you not spanked?
Yeah, Nick's young.
Dawn, were you spanked as a child?
I was.
Did you
You
ever get
hit everybody with a big fucking club. Kill them all. Guillotine. Bring back the guillotine.
discussion?
JP, does my like badass?
Were you ever hit with a belt? Were you ever Donnie? Were you ever hit with a belt?
No.
Back the guillotine now.
Me, I was. How about you, Willie?
That's not shocking.
Start killing all the assholes in Portland and all the rest of the place. Walk with their head.
That's insane. I don't even agree with that. Jesus Christ.
I can't even see anybody. Are we supposed
The
to?
old guillotine.
I mean, I don't have on camera.
I'll go on
Why
cam if
not?
you go on cam, baby.
No, but hold on.
They're
I'm
enemy
trying to-
combatants. They should be
I
shot on
can't
sight.
see anybody. The screen's so goddamn big. I can tell where Nick
here.
is.
Hey.
I see my face, and I guess
Hey.
Brian. Who's
Yeah.
above Brian?
Joey.
I can't even see
By the
these people.
The
God
answer is
damn it.
for Betty Boo.
JP was not spanked. That's the problem. JP
By
was
the
not
way,
spanked.
Where'd Willie
guillotine. Hold on. Guillotine does have a
Y'all
legal
need to be
definition. I don't know if you know that.
Boy, how you
Yeah,
gonna let him disrespect
not
women like
pronounced
that?
guillotine. The
I don't
L's
care what it's about,
with a
dude.
Y.
That's fucked
Guillotine.
up.
So same word.
God
No,
damn
not
it,
what you said.
JP.
You said a different word.
What I said was
Same word.
relevant. It was like big time relevant.
Please kill all the protesters. All
I
the
just said it was relevant. You just
all the
didn't
cities.
it. Man, y'all
Just
suck.
take them out and shoot them against the wall.
There we go.
I'd choose the guillotine.
No, I'm not, Darren.
I don't think JP was spanked.
Did this guy who just shot, did he at least?
My mother had a
15
special.
minutes
No,
to
my mom.
die? Or was he instantly killed? Because that would be a disappointment.
Brian's on fire.
I hope he's.
I am on fire.
JP.
I'm talking to Reverend Bud Green right now.
Oh, good. What's Bud Green saying?
Oh, he's talking about this guy was a dick-sucking Nazi.
Brian?
Yes.
Oh, boy.
Nothing. I just want to know if y'all can hear me. Can that, JP, I'm trying to get to you. Can that thing I sent you be put in the chat while it's play, just like it does in private messages?
MMM, you live in the sun. The sun is always shining. There's fucking
It's a
women
treat
everywhere.
for Brian.
I think so.
You're so fucking lonely. It makes no sense.
All right.
You speak in English?
Just
She does know English. Yes.
You're running 20
English.
Ask them all out. And 1 out of 20 will say yeah. And you won't be worried about what some fucking weird dudes on the internet are saying, man. All this shit won't bother you. It only bothers you because you're fucking lonely and you got nothing else that makes you feel good about yourself except for your fucking anger. Get over it, man. Get out. You ain't getting no younger. None of us are.
Willie?
What?
Wait for it.
Oh,
You're going on something.
Oh, I can't even talk on this channel.
I was trying to tell you something. Listen.
What?
Shut the fuck up. Seriously, like for once, we're like eye to eye on this one. I keep telling them, just chill, relax. He needs therapy.
Yeah.
You know what?
Chill, relax. You brain dead.
You think
Ain't no
the
girl ever
Democrats
gonna
could bring back
me that we're at eye to eye, all right?
You're
No,
right. I'm just a
know your
little bit
place,
above
woman.
you.
Know your place, woman.
A little bit above you.
I give you
Just a
permission to
little
look
bit.
in my eyes.
Just a little bit. Make you feel like you're close to me.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm just a little bit better.
I hope you take Mr. White for every dime he's got. 'Cause I do not like that.
We were just talking about this like 2 days ago. How you say that, it was just like they didn't know. I don't have any dimes to take. Like, have they seen your house? We were laughing. Yes, we were laughing at your expense, Willie.
How much money would it take for you to fly down and have sex with
I'm
women?
not about money. I shouldn't have said that. I just meant I would. No, you got it totally twisted. But how much?
All right. Once again, Willie hits a home run.
You know what?
Yeah,
John, at this moment, I just want to brush to you like you did to your grandchildren.
What did you just
Why
say?
is this woman? Why has she achieved the art of the mumble?
Excuse me?
That you've achieved the art of the mumble.
Why don't you speak clearly?
I am speaking clearly.
You're a mumbler.
No, I'm not.
No.
He's just never had a woman with a sexy voice.
You sound like you try to sound sexy, which is
No, I'm not. Okay.
Yeah.
I sound this way all the time. I love my voice. I think I sound like a man. I don't think this is sexy.
I think she's tanked.
Are you tanked?
Yes, I love drinking.
You sound a little drunk.
Dude, in fact, tomorrow, my 30-day, like, whatever, that coin thing you get or something. Sober? 30, what is it?
Oh, it's a 30-day sobriety.
Yes, get that tomorrow. Boom.
You put that in
Probably bought her coin in a vending machine.
She's gonna be disappointed when the
I
chip.
don't even drink. Are you kidding me? I don't drink one bit, not even a glass of wine. I have never smoked a cigarette. I'm a good girl.
Kidding.
So obviously not money, but what about gift cards? How many to, like, Amazon credits or something would it take you to fly down and sit on Midnight Movie's face? And you extra gift card.
No, this show is hit the dregs.
Yeah, we're ending it.